Hello, my Leos. It is that time again. Guys, I got one more subscriber. I'm so happy. This is awesome. Yeah, it's been a while, huh? So, hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are making, good choices, good life choices. I mean, there's like a very limited amount of choices you can make right now, because there's not a lot of things that you can do, because we're all kind of just like stuck. But still things you could do. Let's see. So this is going to be for us Leos, the main pride of the zodiac. You know what I'm saying? The one the sun rules, you know what I'm saying? No sun, no heat. No heat, no food. No food, everybody dies. Just saying, Leos, we have a big responsibility here. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing great. Follow me on Instagram. It's Raynefae. And let's get started with your reading. Okay, all right, so a whole bunch of cards dropped. Now, this is the first time that I'm ever going to really do this in a video, and I'm just gonna pick a card. So I don't know, I'm kind of nervous about it, but let's see what happens. So I'll let the first card drop actually, and then we'll see what happens. And yeah, it's almost Christmas time too, so shoot, I don't know. Okay, you know what? The first card's not dropping. So I'm a Leo, so I'm gonna just pick the cards first. Let's see what happens, guys. Oh my god, okay. I think you guys will probably be able to see which card I'm picking, and I can't see anything. I choose you, Blood Cleat. I think I'm gonna just put it back. I don't choose you. Just kidding. I have to anyways. I already picked it. Everything happens for a reason. The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man. This, I know what this one means. Something about, not doing what we are supposed to be doing. We ain't doing what we're supposed to be doing, and we're feeling very comfortable in that kind of position, right? The Hanged Man is all about stagnancy. It's all about, feeling as if nothing is going, as if there's no movement in your life, right? We're feeling as if there's no movement, a lot of us, and we are fire signs. Leos, we are very creative people, and we love to be doing things. Some of us are more, stay at home and whatever the case is, but we're full of life, we're full of energy. And right now it feels like our energy is being zapped, and maybe we're feeling very stagnant in whatever situation it is. But deep down, you know exactly what it is you're supposed to be doing to remove yourself from the stagnancy. When you see the Hanged Man, he literally looks so content. Like, he's not struggling. He doesn't look like he's in any sort of distress, but he does have the power and the ability to remove himself from that situation. The water that's underneath his head right here symbolizes the pool of consciousness, right? So consciousness, the pool of consciousness. And he's just wavering in between stagnancy and consciousness. But if you look here, you have the ability to cut yourself loose, right? Your hands aren't tied behind your back. No one is forcing you into anything. You're choosing to remain stagnant. You're choosing to remain comfortable in an uncomfortable position. You've become comfortable by being uncomfortable. So So that's the first freaking card, which is like, oh my gosh, that's kind of intense. You don't have to come for us like that, universe. You don't have to come for us like that. We're just trying to live our best life. Jeez. Okay, let me pick the next card, because I picked the first one, and honestly, it kind of relates to my situation too. So I'm just like, I got the magic touch. Okay, all right, let's continue here. So let's pick the next card. Okay, we're gonna pick this card together, guys. So, okay, well, this is the one. Here we go. The Two of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles is all about money, material, worldly things. You know, cars, houses, success, foundation, like those kind of things. You know, Pentacles is about hard work and coins. You know, get that bag. We gotta collect the bag. The Two of Pentacles now is basically, from what I remember, the Two of Pentacles it's about, let me just go into my book here. I'm pretty sure I remember what it's about, but I don't want to be wrong and mislead us. So, wow. Well, the Two of Pentacles is a card of action, movement, and change. Remember the stagnancy I was talking about with the Hanged Man? It's all about stagnancy. You're choosing to remain in a situation that is not really helping you, and you're feeling comfortable like that. And there's nothing holding you back except for yourself. There's a whole different world that's over here, and you're just kind of wavering above it without actually taking that one step to just untie your freaking foot right here and just fall into that consciousness, right? And the Two of Pentacles is now coming to you saying this. Let's see here. That, yeah, it's all about action, movement, and change, right? So it can mean that we'll be faced with some fluctuation and change materially, although it doesn't necessarily have to be negative. So a lot of things are happening in our lives that are changing, right? And are going to change. And this might also be materialistically, right? But it could mean like money, like a money factor, like maybe there's some issues going on financially. And you know, like Leos, we tend to like to spoil ourselves with whatever it is we like. I tend to spoil myself with food. I freaking love food, and I don't finish shit. I don't finish it. Why? I don't know why, but I love it. You know, or I tend to spoil like my loved ones or like people that I care about. Like I just like to buy them things, you know, and yeah, I wouldn't buy myself a lot of things, but I would more like go out there and buy things for other people. You might be doing the same thing too. But on the contrary, it could also mean that, you know, there's a couple creative solutions that are coming to help with material problems. Okay. So it's very iffy right now. It's saying that there's an iffy financial situation that is going on, right? Now with the pool of consciousness and with stagnancy, you're going to need to move. You're going to need to do the things. You're going to need to tie yourself and break free from holding yourself back, right? You're only hurting yourself. So break free of that, jump into it, and there's going to be some fluctuation. It's all about juggling the finances, right? There's going to be some sort of fluctuation. Maybe you'll have to borrow money later on, or you know, whatever the case is, but some sort of financial fluctuation is happening. And maybe this is the stagnancy that's going on in your life, right? Maybe you're feeling a little bit down about money. I know because of quarantine, a lot of us, not just Leos, but a lot of people in general, have lost their jobs, or, their hours have been cut, or they're finding it difficult to find a new job. And that can play a lot on your mental health and your emotional health, right? Because in this day and age, money means practically everything, right? And so when you feel like inadequate, or you feel like you don't have enough, sometimes you just get into a funk, and you get comfortable in that kind of funk, right? Maybe that's what it's talking about here. Some sort of comfort with some sort of monetary issue. But it's not like you can't do anything about it. You can do something about it. You're just choosing not to, right? Sometimes, like, lots of things can disappoint us, and then, we try, we get disappointed, get disappointed, but it's all about trying. If you don't try at all, you'll never get anywhere. So at least do something about it. Try to do something about it. It might work in your favor, right? And it's monetary, so maybe it's one of those. Now, let's see. Our last card here. I'm going to choose, you saw those. I'm going to choose this one because the Ten of Swords? Why does it look like this? Why does it look so, like, treacherous? This is betrayal, motherfucker. The fuck? What are you talking about? No, hell no. No, we don't do that. We don't like that shit. The Ten of Swords. What? I'm kind of confused, but let's see what it says. The Ten of Swords. What's going on? Wow. It's very freaking graphic. Okay. Ooh. The Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords it looks pretty freaking graphic, right? It looks like, okay, my man's got stabbed in the back. He's dead. He's lying down. His face is down. Like, like, it's pretty gloomy. The scenery is gloomy behind him, and it don't look good. It does not look good. This is about the end of something. It doesn't actually have to indicate the physical death, but it's a death of, it could be the death of a relationship, a job, maybe the place that you're in right now. Like, something is coming to an end. Something is definitely coming to an end. Whatever, the change is happening, and the change is happening because it's no longer serving you anymore. Like, it's done its course. What needed to happen from whatever was happening it's completely done now. It doesn't have to be a bad thing, right? It can also reflect a change. All of this is about change. All of this is about change. No pun intended with the pentacles, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would say it's all about cash, but that doesn't make sense. But all of this is about change. It's saying that the stagnancy and the situation that you are in right now is, I feel like it's blocking your consciousness. It's blocking you from moving ahead into something better. A lot of the times we get wrapped up in so many things. So many things happen in our daily lives that we tend to neglect ourselves and neglect the things that we like to do. Leos, you might be a very loving person, somebody who just gives, and you don't realize that you're not giving yourself what is necessary in order for you to grow, right? And it seems like this change, because you're being so stagnant, something needs to happen. and something has happened which has ended something, right? Because you didn't understand that it was time for you to cut yourself and not cut yourself, I'm sorry, but like, you know, like, do you see how he's hung up right here? Like, and he has the option to let himself loose. Like, you're not allowing yourself to grow. So the universe is throwing things at you to change that, to push you into action, to push you into doing better for yourself and releasing yourself from all of that bondage. But it doesn't have to mean that it's an end. Yeah, like, it looks like, you know, this is very fucking treacherous. This shit looks like, you saw my reaction. I was upset. I was like, universe, please stop. Like, please, I'm a good person deep down. You know? But no, it just means that we sometimes refuse to see things for the way that they are because we get so comfortable in our own fucking illusions. And it's time for that to end. It can be the end of a relationship, family, leaving home, job. It could also be the end of a personality, right? Like an attitude. And it always brings with it truth. And it doesn't, you know, like, things happen, but you don't have to take it, like, you let yourself go through the emotions, yes. But from something ending means that there's a lesson to be learned from that, and that there's growth from that, right? And it's all about whether or not you want to stay stagnant in those emotional, like, sadnesses or burdens or whatever the case is, or if you want to take the next step to grow and to become better from that, right? And it's very difficult, I think, to do that because we're the ones that have to make that choice. We're the ones that have to jump into action and make change and do all of this for ourselves when we don't feel like it, you know? Like, we don't feel like it because something it's not right. But we know that it's right to do something about it, but we just don't. I don't know why. I'm stupid. But yeah, you stop refusing to see things for what they are. Like, there's a saying that I heard. It was like, when someone shows you their true self, believe them the first time. Like, people will keep doing the same things over and over and over and over and over and over again. Believe it the first time. Don't, you know, like, whatever the situation is, it's good. It hurts, but it's good. And you don't have to take it badly. Let's see. Yeah, there you go, right? The ending of this is saying that while it's often painful when all of these self-made illusions, you know, all of these, like, I love my job, I love my relationship, I love the place that I'm in, I love, like, you know, all this stuff, sometimes it's an illusion. Sometimes you're making yourself think that this is what you want. And maybe that's where you're getting stuck in that stagnancy because you know deep down that there's something off about it, right? But you're not choosing to see that. And sometimes this change and everything that happens, right? It could be monetary, whatever the case is. Whatever this change is that's coming into your life is coming in to end something, because all of those illusions that you made up were false, right? They were false. You know that they're false, but you're choosing to sit in that falsity. Something real and truthful and honest and beautiful can grow from the end of something fake, right? Something beautiful can be created from truth. It's a fact. It's a fucking fact. You know, I learned that too, like a lot of the things that I've gone through in my life. I started to realize that, you know, we lie to ourselves, we lie to other people, we just, you know, we stay in situations that we know is unhealthy for us, or we stay in environments, or we put ourselves in situations that we know is unhealthy for us, and that's all a fucking lie. It's really all a lie. And somewhere along our life, something and some things or someone happened to us to make us think that it was okay to lie to ourselves. And then you know what happens? I realized early on is the more you lie to yourself, the more you lie to other people, the worse your life becomes. And you can say that you're doing something, you can lie to yourself and say that this is good when you know it's not. And then guess what happens? You just fucked up, right? It's always better to be truthful at the end of the day. Always be honest with yourself. Always be honest with the people that are around you. Always be honest with your creativity, with everything. Everything in you needs to be honest, because that's the only way that you'll be able to get through anything. That's how you clear all the pain, right? The more you lie to yourself is the more you lie to your heart. And the more you lie to your heart is the harder your soul hurts. And the more negative things that you keep attracting over and over and over again. Maybe the job isn't right for you, you know, but you know it's not. Maybe you know that you should be doing this and you should be doing that and you're not doing it, right? You keep lying to yourself and you feel comfortable in those lies. Our brain, oh my God, this is a quote that I freaking read the other day. But it's like our brains, because of all the trauma and the crap that we've been through, our brains always find the easiest way out of the situation that is meant to help us grow. We all have something deep down inside of us that talks to us and tells us, don't do this, or do it, right? There's that voice. It's called your intuition. It's called your conscience. It's called spirit, whatever you want to call it. I call it intuition. It tells you, don't fucking do this. Otherwise, this and this and this could happen. Or you should do this because you don't feel good about this, and this, and this. And it's not healthy for you. It's toxic, right? We don't listen to it because our brain now, which is physical, likes to create an alternative route to keep us from feeling pain. But sometimes that pain is good for you because within that pain is truth. And the more truthful and honest that you are always, over and over and over again, is the less these things become painful, right? It's fucking ironic. It's like, in order to, you know, like you go to the army or the military or something like that, and the first fucking like week you're breaking down, you're feeling all this pain, right? The more that you do it and the more that you go through it and you train yourself, it's the same concept with honesty. The more you're honest with yourself and truthful with yourself, is the worse the pain doesn't exist anymore, because there is no pain. The pain was from the lies that you tell yourself. She down. She, you know, yeah. Well, that was kind of eye-opening for me too, because, yeah, very interesting indeed. Well, Leos, that was great. You know, let's just recap. So, Hangman, you are the one that's holding yourself back. You're not doing anything to change it. You're basically feeling stagnant and comfortable in your stagnancy, and you don't really want to make the effort to change that. But guess what, motherfucker? Change is coming regardless, and that shit's gonna be painful. You know why? Because you can't hide from the truth. Ever. You can't. It always comes out one way or another, right? And that's the pain that you're trying to hide from. That's why you're not doing anything. That's why you're being stagnant. You're afraid of being hurt again. So your brain is doing that thing where it's like, I don't freaking know. Like, I don't know if I should do this. I know I should do it, but like, but let me do it in a different way so it doesn't hurt as much, because I'm scared that it's going to hurt me later on, or whatever the case is, right? So you need to jump into that pool of consciousness within yourself. Take some time actually to yourself and say to yourself, what do I want? Like, what do I want from my job, from my relationship, from my family, for my business, or for my life? What do I want for my life? And take small steps every day, that just tiny steps every day to help that. Place reminders all around you to help you stay in that, to stay conscious, right, of the fact that you are always going to try to distract yourself from the thing that is actually going to make you happy, because you're afraid it's not going to work out. And so so just do those things, right? That's kind of how the brain works, from what I've realized anyways, is that, you know, some of us might have to be borrowing some money later on, but an action needs to happen. Two of Pentacles is all about action, change. Let me just double check. Yeah, Two of Pentacles, action, movement, and change, right? Yeah. It doesn't have to be negative. It doesn't have to, you don't have to think of it negatively, but it's the end of something. That change is bringing the end to something. And you need to cut yourself from all of that so that you can be more consciously aware for the life that you want for yourself, the people that you want in your life, the things that you want to attract to yourself, and the happiness that we all deserve, right? Everyone's capable of doing it, but we just lie to ourselves and we try to convince ourselves that the wrong things are right, and we stay comfortable doing the wrong things, and we stay hurting ourselves over and over and over and over again. Well, look, I'm fucking tired of that shit. I ain't about it. So, you know, sometimes it takes multiple things happening for you to finally be like, okay, you know what? Enough is enough. And we all need that one thing to happen in order for that change to be made. And that's that was the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords? Yeah, that was the Ten of Swords. This thing that's going to feel like a stab in the back, or that's going to make you feel like you died, is more beneficial than you really think it is, right? So, yeah, follow me on Instagram. It's Rayne. And I'll put the link in the description box below. I gotta let my phone charge, and I'm gonna make another video for Geminis. Okay, love you. Bye.